So I reached a bit of a milestone on the website, 5 months of Music Weekly, which is my series where I go through and talk about the music I've been listening to for a week. And as a result, I thought for the 20th week, I would do a video to go with it. But since that this is my first music related video on the channel, I thought I'd do something a bit different. I thought this would be a bit more fitting. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I've been listening to this week is the internet, and it took me a while to get around to it. But the internet hive mind is some of the best I've heard all year. Like everyone in the group actually just holds their weight. It's crazy. Like they all do their stuff. Like Patrick Page on the bass, like you hear the funkiest bass lines on this shit. It's crazy. Christopher Smith on the drums, like he just goes in on every single track. Sid and Matt Martians all go well with what they do. Like the vocals on this are clean as hell from any one of them, and it's just a great project. It's crazy because when you listen back to each song, so like first I would go through and listen to it like just straight, and it's flames like that anyway, but when you go back then you can actually like hone in on each of the different instruments and each of the different aspects of the song. Yeah, add something more. Like that's how good it is. Like each bit of the songs could be standalone, it would just sound cool in general. It makes it so that every single song on the album, I can't think of one that I do not like. It's just sick. So at this point, it's definitely a contender for album of the year, at least top 10. So my next one is I've been listening to JD Reed Tree, and this is because on the upcoming podcast episode that I do with a few of my friends, Carlos, one of the members, said this is one of his favorite things to listen to all year. So I thought I might as well give it a listen, and it is really sick. Like JD Reed is a producer, so he just cooks on beats, and he definitely cooks on every single one of the beats of this. And this is like 18 tracks. Like that's what makes this really good. Like the fact that every single one of the beats sounds really different, the production on it is clean, and then not only that, but on a lot of the songs there are some really good features on it. Like every song has a feature on it because he produces, so he just like makes sure that he gets some good people on. I'm not gonna say that every song was like that. Like there are some songs I didn't really like the features on them. Like just not a fan, but he does it all. Like he does funk, jazz influence, grime, hip hop. He does it, and it was great. Like I really enjoyed it. All right, and next one of the projects I've been listening to is Denzel Curry with Taboo, and this one started off a couple days ago. I was playing Doom on and off. I've been playing it on and off for a while, and with that demonic art shit, like I'm not really into that stuff most of the time. But I thought I'd give it a shot. You know, but for £6. Can't complain, and it's a really good game. The only problem I really have with it now is the soundtrack, and that's only because I'm not a big fan of like heavy metal and death metal kind of stuff. I'm just not really into it. So all the massively hard, aggressive riffs that you hear, not my thing. So instead, I decided, because Denzel Curry is usually a hype man to me, he just makes some bangers like that are just really hard hitting and just really hype. So I decided. Instead, turn down the volume on the game, turn down the music volume on the game, and then just listen to that. And to be honest, some of it fits, some of it doesn't. Like some of it's really hype, and some of it's surprisingly very chill and mellow, and more just like pure rap. And to be honest, I enjoyed all of it. Like there are, now I think back to it, there wasn't that. When I was listening to it blind, because I wasn't actually looking at which songs at this point, I didn't really find any songs that I hated, but there were some songs that I probably would have skipped. So it wasn't perfect by any means, but it was a really good project. And the songs that do fit the game, I was listening to over and over again. Like that shit, that was bang. It was really fun, and the game's fun too. So you know, why don't you do what I do? Try out both of them at the same time, no matter what for you. Okay, now I've only got a few songs to mention, and one of those songs is also from the podcast, and it was James Vickery's Shine, and this is what Jesse decided to talk about, and yeah, the podcast is about a project, he decided to do a song, but James Hickory Shine. I may not agree with what he said when it comes to Boys II Men, because there are actually not very many harmonies on it, especially harmonies on the level of them. But the song is still sick. It's a really good song. Like the start of it, where he does the maddest scream, and it's just like you just feel the R&B, you feel like someone's ripping off a white beat. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it works well because it does have those flavors of old school R&B with the boy bands and stuff like that. Well, the boy bands are actually good, and then it does have the really slow but melodic structure to it. And then James Hickory himself, he just has a very amazing voice, so it fits the whole scene very well in that regard. So I'm hoping that he releases some full body projects soon enough, because I'm looking forward to listening to it. And this is probably a surprise to some people, but Drake, Blue Tint. In the last podcast, we talked about Drake's album Scorpion. Check it out if you haven't already. I'll leave it in the description. But I was probably a bit too hard on the side beat. A bit too hard. To be honest, a lot of it is a snooze song. But after going back and listening to this song is sick. It's got that super trappy feel that I actually do like Drake doing. He did it on a lot of Nothing Was the Same. So things like All of Me, just the things that just get you really hyped. That's what this song does. And it's very weird by the fact that it was confusing, because I would assume that if he was gonna do it, Blue Tint, in terms of how the song sounds, would have been on side A, because it doesn't really fit on the side B. With side B starting off some of the boring songs on the album, it's really weird to just go into this really hype tune with Future on it and stuff, and just make it so that it will be it's just a bit confusing. But the song's great. So I can add another song to the songs I would not want to see. I mean, I would want to see in the perfect album. So that Blue Tint is part of it now. Most of it was just side A and a bit of side B. March 14 is still amazing, obviously, and nice for, but the rest could go. But Blue Tint, stay. So yeah, there are a few other things I've been listening to, stuff from a week before and stuff that's just been going on for the last month. To name a few, maybe I'd say, Buddy, Harlan Alondra, that came out a couple of weeks ago. That's one of my favorite albums of the year already. I've still been listening to a lot of stuff from Wale, so Wale self-promotion EP. I only got around listening to that the last week now tunes. And there are some few others, a few songs here and there. So I'll leave some of the stuff I've been listening to, other stuff I've been listening to in the description. I'll also leave the post too. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is the first time I'm doing it, so let me know what you think in the comments below. What have you been listening to as well? I'm really curious, because I'm always looking for new music to listen to. And don't forget, if you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next video. Drake, Blue Tint. In the last podcast, we talked about Drake's album Scorpion. Check it out if you haven't already. I'll leave it in the description. But I was probably a bit too hard on the side beat. A bit too hard. To be honest, a lot of it is a snooze film. But